Hello everybody, I hope everybody is doing well. So in today's video, I would like to address a multitude of topics regarding Kanye West and his wife making an appearance at the Grammys, and they caught everyone's attention due to a multitude of reasons. They caught everyone's attention for all of the wrong reasons, which I'm going to address in this video. So let's just go ahead and let's dive into it. Now, it's very common to want to make a solid statement and want to stand out and grab everyone's attention when you are attending these types of events. And also in a lot of relationships and marriages, it's also very common to want to utilize your partner, in most cases your woman, as a trophy and also as a way to represent your overall self, if that makes sense. So it's very common to want to utilize your partner to represent your dynamic. And specifically in this case, Kanye West's wife, I don't know her name specifically, but when I do my research, I will insert her name. His wife was utilized as a prop to fulfill whatever sick fantasy that he had in his head that he wanted to make a reality upon the Grammys. It's very clear that this marriage is not based off of love, but it is conditional. And we can see the dehumanization of women that is being displayed in this marriage, as he openly exploits his wife to the public and uses her to feed his ego. All marriages do not have this dynamic. However, most of them do. And we are seeing more of this as women are coming out. And number one, they are coming out decentering men. And number two, they are coming out sharing stories, their horror stories of their relationships and the dynamic that they have within their relationships. Not too long ago, there was a debate online as to whether or not people felt as if marriage is a form of quote unquote X work, right? And so I wanted to openly have a discussion about this. So firstly, I want to talk about what is marriage and what is the actual point of marriage and what is marriage serves. Okay, I want to get to the actual deep meaning and the actual deep reasoning as to why marriage is even a purpose and as to why people want to indulge in it for the rightful reasons. So starting off with what exactly is marriage. According to Google, it states that marriage is a socially and legally recognized union between two or more people. It establishes rights and obligations between the partners as well as their children and in-laws. So that's a very vague definition. So I want to go into a more in-depth definition behind what exactly marriage is. I really like this definition. So this says, what is the deep meaning of marriage? And it says, joined together. Marriage is the closest relationship two humans can have together. In fact, God said that in marriage, two people are joined together and become one person. They are unified, and it is a beautiful thing. And that, I feel like, is very justified in saying in regards to marriage. I feel like that is exactly what the exact definition of what marriage should be and what people should pursue when it comes to marriage. It should be something that is beautiful. It should be something that is glorified. It should be something that's like I don't want to say a once in a lifetime opportunity, but damn near. So now we're going to dive into what is the exact purpose behind marriage. Okay, so this says, what is the actual point of marriage? Married people are both responsible for and responsible to another human being, and both halves of that dynamic lead the married to live more responsible, fruitful, and satisfying lives. Marriage is a transformative act, changing the way two people look at each other, at the future, and at their roles in society. Oh my God, that is like so beautiful. Oh my God, that is like so beautiful. So now that we've covered what the actual definition of marriage is, what it should be, and the actual purpose behind it, now we're going to dive in the discussion about X work, and we are going to dive into what is X work, why do people indulge into X work, and we're just going to dive more into this topic because I just feel as if at first I did not know that Kanye West and this girl were married, okay? And so the fact that they are married and the fact that he's choosing to exploit her in this way after acknowledging what we know marriage should actually be, I just wanted to openly have this discussion. So this is just an open discussion. I don't really even have like a direct point. Covering a multitude of topics. So let me dive in further into this. So number one, let's dive into what exactly is X work. Okay, so according to Google, X work is the exchange of sexual services, performances, or products for material compensation. It includes activities of direct physical contact between buyers and sellers, as well as indirect sexual stimulation. So, according to Google, I wanted to address the key points in regards to X work. So it states that X work is a form of labor, and the term X worker is preferred over prostitute. X work can be direct or indirect. Direct X work includes prostitution, while indirect X work includes stripping and virtual X. X work can be voluntary or coerced. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying. X workers face a variety of risks, including HIV and other sexually transmitted infections. X work is as old as human society and occurs across all ages, genders, races, and social classes. Now, who are X workers, okay? X workers are adults who receive money or goods in exchange for consensual sexual services or erotic performances, either regularly or occasionally. So now that we have addressed that information, the reason why I even addressed that information is because a lot of people were asking, is this woman being forced to do these things? Is Kanye West forcing her to perform these actions that she is performing? And my answer is absolutely not. I feel as if this is something that she is consenting to do. This is something that they've already talked about prior to making their appearance at the Grammys. This is something that was intentional. You can see it on her face. She is fulfilling her purpose. She is doing her role. She is satisfying and feeding his ego. Like, this is clear. This woman is 30 years old. Okay. And so with that being said, it's very obvious that she's not being forced to do anything. She's consenting to do exactly what it is that this man is telling her to do. So I also wanted to share some of the reasons as to why certain people indulge into X work, because I want to get a better understanding as to why his wife may be conforming to do the things that he's asking her to do. And I'm assuming that, she may be getting some type of inheritance, or I don't know if she would be getting some type of portion or cut from a few of his businesses. I don't know, but I am assuming that there is a reason as to why she is doing this. I do not believe that she would just be doing it for the sole reason of feeding his ego. And this doesn't make it correct. However, I just think that this just makes it better for us to understand as to why she agreed to do these things. Now, does this make it okay because of the fact that she consented to do this? No, because it goes to show how she feels about herself. I mean, this is demoralizing as a woman. This is dehumanizing as a woman. This is dehumanizing towards marriage in itself. And the fact that you decided to represent yourself and to represent your marriage in that way is disgusting. And I don't want to just get on her. I want to get on Kanye West too, because we're talking about marriage, right? And not only are we talking about marriage, we're also considering the state and the pathology that men obtain in general, right? And so when we're talking about men are very territorial and protective in regards to the things and the people that they truly love. Okay. And so when we're talking about this marriage here, I'm concerned because I wonder if he would allow Kim K to do something like this. I don't know. Like, would he allow Kim K to do something like this? I just don't understand. How could you allow your woman to be openly exploited to the public with all of these men? Men are sick. They're predators. They're like, what the fuck? How the hell? you don't love this woman. Like, I just don't understand, like, what in the state of mind could he possibly be in? I want to dive into the hypocrisy behind men, and when they talk about what they look for in a woman and what they want in marriage and all this other shit. This right here proves everything that they say to be bullshit. Because the fact that you went out here and you decided to allow your wife to represent herself in your union like that goes to show how you feel about yourself and how you feel about women in general. You shouldn't even have kids. You shouldn't even have kids. I don't know. Is this not evil? Like, is this act like not evil? Is this not evil? This is evil. And see, these men, they are hypocritical because they say that they want a feminine woman. And this is not feminine. This is disgusting. They say they want femininity. They want traditional. I thought you want like modest or something like that. But then you go and you do something, then you do this. It's an entire contradiction. It's like they act as if they despise 304 culture. However, they are constantly supporting it. And this is clear evidence. Real men who value real women and who actually value their wives, their unions, and what they represent, they would never allow something like this. They would never condone, they would never tolerate or embrace something evil and wicked as such. And I genuinely just feel as if this goes to show how the majority of men view women and how they utilize women as resources and for personal gain, in addition for power as well. So that's all I pretty much had to say for this video. I just wanted to address just a multitude of topics within this video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know what you guys think about this entire topic in general. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Deuces.